But I was honored to fight Lexus. And after that fight, I knew I was a world champion. I knew I had to put it to it.
What about when he fought
When he fought Pryor, you know, one of the things is I wanted an opportunity to get Lexus back to the ring. I wanted to get an opportunity to get, you know, after I won the title, was free. I felt, you know, my confidence. Plus, I felt I progressed as a fighter. I wanted the opportunity to get it back. And when I saw it the night before I fought Kim, we're sitting there watching the fight. My camp, my father, and when Pryor did to him, everyone thought Lexus would beat him easy, as I did. Because ordinary guys would drop Pryor. Ordinary guys would drop him. He'd get up and knock him out. But even ordinary guys, that one big punch would drop him. He had that chin in the air. And Lexus hit him a shot, made it switch out. I thought his head was going to in the 6th rope. It wasn't attached to his body. He didn't go nowhere. You know, so, I mean, I just thought what he did was heartbreaking to watch Lexus get beat that way. But it proved what kind of great fighter
he is. There's a photograph taken in Caesar's Palace. Middle of the photograph of Ray and his father. Ray and his father's arms. The night before the Kim fight, Pryor Arguello was the night before. Pryor Arguello was on syndicated TV on Friday night. The Kim Mancini fight was Saturday afternoon, early Saturday afternoon. And I just, for what it's worth, it's the most meaningful photograph to me in the book. And they're watching it, and Ray talks about, I wanted to be the guy to take out Alexis finally, but I just would tell you, look at the photograph of them watching the fight. It's, to me, even more memorable than the fight itself, the way Ray is in his father's arms. And it's the same, I write about it earlier in the book, when Ray would come home from school and get a glass of milk and then settle into his father's arms again, and you could feel the shrapnel on his left side. And this is the same thing, it's just he's already a champion. And the last thing America sees, they're frustrated, he's upset, but the last thing America sees that night, and one of the reasons that the Kim fight caused such an uproar, the final image on that show is Arguello like this out. You don't see anything, then it cuts out. It's one of the reasons Americans got so scared, like, hey, is he okay? Is he going to make it? Or anyway, but I really did everything to get this photograph in here. Take a look at it. To me, it tells the story of Ray and his father. Unfortunately, better than I could. Yeah.
It's amazing to hear you say that you'd like to see fights go 15 rounds rather than 12, because the reason that they're 12 is the aftermath of the fight.
They try to say that. They try to say that. And they've said it, and I've disputed that forever. First of all, I was 82. The last 15-round fight was 86. 4 years have changed things, so I don't think I'm...
The WBA does, I mean, part of it is political. Right after the Kim fight, Bob Arum calls for a moratorium on boxing to incite a national debate. And one of the things one of the tragedies and hypocrisies concerning Ray's career is the guy was the example of shining virtue in boxing. The one all-American boy that this country had, a guy about to become the most marketable athlete in America, all of a sudden becomes not just the pariah, but becomes to symbolize everything that's brutal and corrupt about the sport, which is extraordinary. But the WBA, the WBC, the competing organization, decides right after the fight, oh, we're going to go 12 rounds immediately. So for a period of about 4 years, the BC is a 12-round championship distance. The WBA doesn't follow suit until certainly after the Bramble fight, which is
IBF later. Yeah. But let me tell you something. TV dictates. TV dictates. If TV says now we want to go back to 15-round fights, there'll be 15-round fights. There's no medical proof to substantiate anything. The 3 rounds, and if that's the case, then marathon's got to be 20 miles, not 26. The last 6 miles when people start burning their body, frying their brain, and burning muscle and all that. So that's a TV decision. I'm not a decision.
I look at the Frias fight every now and then, and the punch you took from him. Do you look back at it and say, how the heck did I take that punch? Or
I think the Frias fight, I was so zoned in that it could have been Alexis with that shot. That one, I wasn't going to go down. It wasn't going to. So I just that fight, believe me, I could be shot. And all people said, what was I thinking? And all I was thinking about is just getting through the round, just surviving the round. So all I'm gonna do is start from round 2.
There's a great account in the Los Angeles Times about like the most concussive round in recent boxing history. You know, Ray gets cracked, it comes back, it's over. It's one round, and everyone got their money's worth. You know, what up?
One more question.
Yes.
Yes.
The last name, Mancino or Mancini, why was it changed?
No, Mancino is the family name. My uncle said Mancino. My father was fighting in the amateurs. A local promoter in Youngstown, Al Zil, put him on fighting Lenny Mancini. My father said, no, it's Mancino. No, it sounds better, flows better. So consequently,
In the Broadway Arena.
no, it happened in Youngstown.
Read the book.
Oh, read the book. Did you say Youngstown? Oh, no.
He walks up to the. He was a great.
I should get the story right now.
As the Al Zil, whatever, great promoter in Youngstown. No, it happened. Lenny Mancino comes to New York, and they realize they have a really great property to sell at the Broadway Arena because he always gives everyone's gonna get their money's worth. He's not gonna take a step back. Same reason Ray sold on television. His father Lenny was gonna sell at the Broadway Arena. They had, fights. I think it was every Tuesday night. This is the time when, for the younger people here, there were only 2.5 sports. There are 3 sports in America: boxing, baseball, and horse racing. So, and it was local, it was tribal. So the Broadway Arena in Brooklyn, Lenny walks up and he sees his name one night. And he, tonight, come Boom Boom Mancini. Thank you, your name's just been changed, pal. They figured it was